Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 29 of Civilization 5. We are doing quite well now. We are actually holding 4 of the capital cities, because obviously we include our own as well. We have 4 more to get to win the game. We are ahead in science, or at least we were the last time I checked. Probably only just. We lost a couple of turns of science and culture and everything else because I decided to change my ideology, because to be quite honest we were just getting so much negative happiness that things were a little bit problematic. Brazil has declared war on me. That is quite... So has Japan. Okay, well, what that means is one bribed the other. That's quite simple. One bribed the other to declare war on me. Probably Japan. Japan probably bribed Brazil. Well, I did want to go to war with Brazil again anyway, because I wanted to take Sao Paulo. So we need to back these guys up. I'm just going to let them throw units at me. And, yeah, I'm just going to let them throw units at me, simply. I don't think Brazil have much stuff that is coastal to worry about. They do have some coastal cities, but I think Japan has the bigger navy. We're going to have to deal with Japan more than anything else. So that was certainly unexpected. Especially Japan, because we are technically on... Well, we have the same ideology now. I thought Japan were actually at war with Brazil, so that's quite interesting. Well, we have combustion. Let's go ahead and start getting some upgrades here. You need to go ahead and get over there. So, what have we got going on here? You need to back up slightly. And you can just heal. Japan probably have a lot of naval units that are close by. Not as many as you might think, actually. They do have a few units down here. You guys can do with sort of moving forwards a little bit. Let's get you guys to move forwards as well. I mean, obviously Japan do have a few cities down here, but I don't think they're going to be that problematic. What I'm considering doing, and this is probably really stupid, but I'm going to give it a go anyway, because I don't think... Oh, Japan might try and come in and attack London. I suppose that is an issue. What I was thinking about doing is actually going and attacking Sao Paulo, because I can hit Sao Paulo quite happily and safely, relatively, from the coast. Which means I could take Sao Paulo quite easily. That said, I think what I actually want to do is go ahead and have a look around first and see if there are any Japanese units that I might want to sink. You're supposed to be on top of the Admiral. You I would like to upgrade but can't afford to do it. So you're just going to have to do nothing for this turn. You just go on to alert. You are going to spread religion. Wasn't quite enough to convert it, so we'll have to use our second pop there. Rio de Janeiro has grown. That is not a terrible tile. Right, so we'll see what Japan has, what they decide to throw at me. They don't have much down here. We might have to get some sort of anti-aircraft, because they do have quite a few bombers and things around. What are we going to do with you guys? I think you were going up there, weren't you? Well, it looks like there is already actually something up there. Jungle, plains, hill... It doesn't look like there is. It's hard to tell. Okay, let's see what happens. It's Sao Paulo that I want to take. Yeah, so basically now they are just sending bombers over to attack York. But if they haven't actually got any units to take it with... Also, another thing that I've just noticed here, which is a real unfortunate pain, is we now have -3 oil. So... Did we get our oil pillage? Why have we suddenly got -3 oil? I mean, we only have 3 battleships. Each battleship requires 1 oil. And we have 3 oil here. I'm very confused by that. He's actually now attacking me with fighters, which is just going to get his fighters wrecked more than anything. Yeah, I need oil. So why don't I have oil? Ah, it says an offshore oil platform has been destroyed by a marauding frigate. Well, we're definitely going to have to go and get rid of Japan's navy very quickly. Brazil are probably going to take Bogota, which is annoying. Vatican City still belongs to England. Don't think that's one of my ships down there. Don't know who they belong to. Could be the city-state, I suppose. Could be Yerevan's ships. So Yerevan are going to be helping out here, which is good. Now, the loss of oil isn't a massive problem. I'm going to see if I can get Siam to declare war on Brazil. Okay, Belo Horizonte can fire upon an enemy. Actually, that is you just destroyed there. So we've lost that oil, which is problematic, but Belo Horizonte is also grown. Guess that's an okay tile to work. Yeah, so we're out of oil, but we did manage to get that workboat over here. So you can go ahead and create an offshore platform. And that gives us our oil back, so that is good. Use you to protect it. Now, you've decided to move forwards with a unit, which is a very, very silly thing for you to do. Because you are just basically going to get wrecked. Now, we can't finish them off with the gas, which is unfortunate, so we'll... But if we do that with you, you're going to end up in range. Ah, that's problematic. Well, we'll shoot you with a Gatling gun anyway. Get your health down to next to nothing. Could have just moved the Great General forward. Would have probably helped. You guys are going to build a trading post. What is the current tile improvement there? I couldn't even see one. Jungle, Plains, Hill. Oh, it has a Brazilwood camp. Oh, we want to keep that then, don't we? Let us use you and we'll start building a railroad up here. It'll help for getting to Sao Paulo later on. You guys, I think, can just stand around there. You're kind of out of range. We're going to upgrade you to a rifleman. We don't have any money anymore. Now then, Siam, would you be willing to go to war with Brazil? Declare war on Pedro. He's actually not willing to do it. I'm not too bothered about Brazil, to be honest. They're not that big of a problem. Now, you are still allied with England. How are things going on with 76% chance? Yeah, probably still a little bit too risky. So let's continue with this railroad. Of course, we're going to need to get another workboat out there, but no point doing that right now. You're going to start railroading up here to Sao Paulo. You guys can just continue to move up for now, because most of Japan's attack... Oh, they have got a unit down there near Rome. Is slightly out of my range, but he can't really do anything to me. If he wants to get a little bit closer, we can do something, but I think for the time being... Yeah, I think for the time being we're okay. Might have to get some planes. Flight might be something that we need to get relatively quickly. So let's start having a look around and see if we can find some Japanese ships. We know he's got loads of them. He's got loads of units down here that we need to deal with. I'm going to go back on my sort of original plan and say I am actually going to go and try and deal with Brazil first. And the reason for that is if I can get the city that I want from Brazil and then get them to peace out, then I don't have to worry about them anymore. I still don't think Japan has enough units around here to do any damage to York, or should I say to be able to take York. So I'm going to leave these guys around here for the time being. In fact, I think I might actually take this... we'll use the ironclad to protect the oil for the time being, and we'll take the privateer down to sort of help out with Japan. We are definitely need to get some more battle battleships to help out with things. Yeah, you're going to pop religion again. Okay, now we've got Genoa. Well, we've flipped their religion. It probably won't be enough to get them to like us, but it might. We might be allied with them. You guys are just going to sit there. Enemies near. Yeah, we already kind of knew about that. Bella Horizonte has grown. Do we have flight at all? Yeah, we do have flight. We could go ahead and just grab a bomber. I mean, we don't have any money. If I had money, I could get a bomber. As soon as we get some money, we shall get a bomber. So now we have to sit through a round of Japan once again throwing aircraft at me. But remember, if every time they do this, their aircraft take damage. And if they haven't got a melee unit that can get close enough to the city to take it, all they're doing here is just losing aircraft. It doesn't matter how low they get the health of York, they're not going to take it. Now they're attacking London. This was always the risk of taking London early on, is that we'd have to then try and defend it from the likes of Japan, but I am actually very surprised that Japan went to war against me, considering that we have the same ideology now. Maybe we can piece Japan out first and go directly for Brazil, and then declare war on Japan later on. And Japan definitely is problematic. We do need to take his capital out. But if I can take that other city from Brazil along the way, that's definitely going to help. Now, it looks like Japan are actually still at war with England. Yep, and Siam. So Japan are involved in a lot of wars at the moment. An enemy is near. So they've got a few ships around, but we're not overly concerned about that at the moment. Now, somebody's got a battleship, because that definitely wasn't mine. Siam has denounced Brazil. So obviously Bogota's going to be taking quite a pounding. Mind you, Brazil's only got melee units, and they can't really attack with multiple units at the same time. Morocco has developed the freedom ideology, so that's not going to help them out too much. And we have still got Yerevan helping us here against Nara. In fact, Nara's taking damage. And it is quite possible that Yerevan might even take that for us. Kabul is also working on... Wow! I didn't notice that. This Siamese city that was down here has actually been taken by Japan. That's actually good, because it means I don't have to worry about it anymore. And they're actually burning it down as well. So that's actually quite good. And Brazil are losing units to a city-state because it's quite funneled in. Yeah, I'm happy with that. London can fire on an enemy, so you are trying to move guys in. You're not really going to be able to do an awful lot, so I'm not too concerned right there. Yeah, these guys are actually automatically building a railroad, which is quite good. London can fire upon an enemy. Now, this is where we have to be careful now, because they're actually starting to move units in. And it's units like these that can actually take the city. So what we need to do is get our battleships as close as possible. We'll leave Brazil for now. It's more important that we actually keep a hold of this city. We've got logistics here. So we are going to fire at anything that might be able to get close enough to take the city. And hopefully destroy it. Now, if I move you here, you can fire on this unit. Unfortunately, you don't have enough to kill him. You can't get close enough to hit either. Where is that destroyer? Start getting you down here. You're going to start trying to take out any of these units that try and get in the water. I still do want to go for Sao Paulo. Once again, they are trying to move units in over here. So we will... right, you won't kill them. Let's do it this way. We'll move in with you. Because you'll do some hefty damage, but you won't kill them, which means you'll stay on the tile you were on. And then you can go ahead and kill them. Now, I could go ahead and try and move a unit down here and start attacking Sao Paulo. We could get one of our artillery moved over here, so let's go ahead and do that. We could probably do with another one, to be honest. We have an artillery here. You can just stay on alert for the time being, I think. Now, these guys really need upgrading, but I'm going to start moving them down here so they can just block these Great War Infantry a little bit. Right, he can't get to York. He would have to disembark. Now, the two things that worry me is... this War Infantry can take London, and so can that cavalry. So I'm hoping... they can't do enough damage to take it. I mean, obviously, if they take it, we can take it back. It's not going to be too drastic. What I'm also going to do here is take the privateer out. Because if the privateer's not in there... yeah, the Admiral can just do nothing for now. If the privateer's not in there, at least we won't lose the privateer. You've got logistics, which means you can move, but I don't need you to. You're going to stay there. And we have a great scientist, which I think we have to pop. So that'll give us atomic theory. Gatling gun, you're just going to stay still. We'll see where that unit moves. And we have a worker here that was going to build a railroad. Okay, so this game has suddenly got a lot more dramatic than I expected it to be. Okay, so good. He's actually attacking York. I'm happy with that, because if he's wasting attacks on York, which he currently, as far as I can tell, currently can't take York, if he's going to waste attacks on York, that's fine. Also, oddly enough, he's moved his melee units before attacking with his bombers. Now, if he'd have actually attacked with his bombers first, his melee units could have had a chance of taking it. So it's a little bit of a derp on the AI's part, but I don't mind those sort of derps. It makes it easier for me not to lose cities. I mean, he's actually, I think he might have got it. He's actually attacking with his melee units now. And if he hasn't actually managed to take London, he's just lost a lot of health on a lot of melee units, making it a lot easier for me. Now, we're not too bothered about what's going on down here. That must be Japan's units. Would like to get that oil, but we've got a fair bit of oil at the moment, so... we don't mind too much. Kabul, a mine has been destroyed by a marauding Japanese cavalry. Unfortunate, but not the end of the world again. That's fast becoming a Fraser mine, not the end of the world, but I think that's what a lot of the things are in Civilization 5. And EU4. When I first started playing EU4, if ever I lost a battle or lost a war, I always used to be like, oh no, that's it now. That's totally screwed things up. But you soon get... oh, you'll denounce me now, are you? Fine. You soon get to a point where you realise that it doesn't matter every now and then if you lose something. It's not going to lose the game for you. Losing something every now and then is acceptable. Now, hopefully Japan are going to lose a lot of stuff in this war. Oh, there you go. Nice one. Kabul actually got a free frigate from Japan. Cool. Makes Kabul a little bit stronger. And we have atomic theory, and we have a unit promotion on a battleship. You're going to have logistics. So let's start by taking out things that are potentially problematic. Let's move in with the battleship first, because that means we will do more damage from the from oligarchy, from bombardment. So we're going to do that. We want to make sure that we take out any unit that is close enough to take the city. So you're close enough, and you're close enough. Now let us move the battleship back out, just in case the city does fall. Right, you have logistics. You can't move far enough around, unfortunately, to fire. Let's go ahead and move the Admiral down under this ship, so that this ship can do a little bit more damage. You are going to attack this guy because he is closest to you. This one has logistics. Well, you can either hit 2 or finish one of them off. So it's probably more sensible to try and finish one of them off. There we go. Rome can fire on an enemy. You're starting to get a little bit too close. So let's go ahead and kill you off. Now we've got you moving in. We can't finish you off, but we can do a lot of damage to you. And we can completely surround you and block your movement. You can just start firing at stuff that they've got around there. You're going to move on to this tile, and hopefully you'll be able to start shooting at Sao Paulo. A spy has been recruited. Let us go ahead and move you to... Let's move you to Tokyo, just so we can keep a better eye on what you are doing there. London is starving. Well, that's fine. We kind of expected that. Morocco's denounced me. Morocco's also denounced Japan. A lot of people denouncing everybody else. Unit needing orders. You're going to heal up. Can't do anything really exciting with you, so you can just stay there. You're going to have a look around and see if you can find any Japanese units that might be interesting to take out. Oh, look, there's the Great War Infantry. I think Japan actually have battleships now, though, so we do have to be careful. You could move, but I think you'll just skip the turn. You are going to do nothing. You're going to go on to alert. You're going to heal up. And then we are back to the AI's turn. So he could very well take York here. But again, as I said, if he takes it, we can take it back. It's not too terrible. He's going to lose more units doing this than I am. And at the moment, York is just a puppet city, so it's not even really giving us anything. Yeah, so he's taken York. But, you know, as long as we take it back... Obviously, we've got to be careful because we don't want to lose the privateer or whatever melee ship we put in there to take it back. Hopefully, he won't be able to take London on this turn. I don't think he has any melee units close enough to do that. So what we're going to attempt to do here is make sure that we take York back. Sending some bombers in there as well. So Vatican City may well fall to Japan, and that might not be a bad thing, because if he takes Vatican City and I take Vatican City back from him, then there shouldn't be as high... Because if I take Vatican City at the moment, I would get a major warmonger penalty, because it's a city-state. Right, okay, cannons firing at the battleship's not going to do a lot of damage. We don't care about that too much. They are actually trying to burn York down. They're actually raising it. So I definitely want to make sure that I try and grab that from them. England's denouncing me now. Pedro's made peace with Bogota. Does that mean that Bogota is no longer my ally? Quite possibly. We need to try and peace out with Brazil or Japan. As much as I needed to go to war with them, I didn't really want to go to war with them both at the same time, and I wanted to kind of have my units in position before I started. But we'll go through and deal with what we can deal with in the meantime. Right, London looks very much like it's going to fall. There's a lot of units around there. We do want to recover York, though. Or do we? Do we even really need... Yeah, I'd like to have York, to be honest. Let's move in again with the battleship, just so we get the oligarchy bonus. Still won't destroy that unit completely, which is unfortunate. So move this battleship back out. Of course, it has logistics, so it can fire twice. Once at you. And it still didn't get the kill. How unlikely. And you can fire at you. Bear in mind, it doesn't really matter if we lose London. He cannot raise London. London is relatively safe. You have logistics. You need to go because he's doing quite a lot of damage to you with that cannon. And you need to attack that. You get a promotion as well. You get logistics. So we'll do a double attack on York. That's enough to take York, actually. So let's go ahead and finish off you. You can go in and take York back. That stops them from burning it down. It also kills off the infantry that was in the city. We'll continue on with these railroads. And you've backed right off. We will need to repair that at some point, but again, it's not urgent. You just keep firing on this unit there if he's going to leave it in a good spot to die. You move up onto that hill. You can stay there in case anything comes closer. You're going to heal up. You are going to do nothing. You are going to continue looking for Japanese stuff that you can potentially sink, like this. Very good. You're going to go on to alert. You guys are going to heal up. Battleship is also going to heal up. Wow, how many units do I have? Stay on alert. Stay on alert. And that is all I can do on this video. This one ran over a little bit longer than expected. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you're still enjoying it. And remember, if you've enjoyed the video, to consider leaving a like and subscribing. And remember, I have a Patreon account if you'd like to help me support the channel. It's completely optional, but the link is in the description below the video. And I'll see you guys next time. So until then, goodbye for now.